The ground is about to disappear. Not in a movie, in real life. 3, 2, 1. Gravity turns off. People lift off the ground. Cars begin to rise. Water peels away from oceans and rivers. Nothing falls. Everything floats. Earth doesn't stop. The planet keeps racing through space at over 100,000 kilometers per hour. And in just 5 seconds, gravity comes back, turning the entire planet into a crash zone. This isn't the worst part yet. Gravity is the invisible force holding everything in place. Your body, buildings, oceans, even the air around you. The moment gravity disappears, the world doesn't explode. It becomes silent and weightless. People drift upward, confused and terrified. Loose objects float like debris in space. Inside homes, furniture slowly lifts from the floor. For a brief moment, it almost feels peaceful. But physics is still working in the background. Earth never stopped moving, and that's the problem. Even without gravity, Earth keeps traveling through space at incredible speed. While people float above the surface, the planet continues racing forward beneath them. This creates invisible chaos. Nothing is anchored anymore. Everything is temporarily disconnected from Earth's motion. The danger isn't floating. The danger is what happens next. The moment gravity returns, the planet fights back. After 5 seconds, gravity suddenly switches on again. Everything that floated upward is pulled down instantly. People slam into the ground. Cars crash back onto roads. Loose objects fall like a global storm of debris. Bones break. Buildings suffer sudden stress. In crowded areas, panic turns deadly. This all happens in seconds. The oceans don't fall back gently. Water lifted during those 5 seconds doesn't settle quietly. It crashes. Along coastlines, massive waves surge in. Ports flood instantly. Ships are thrown violently off balance. This sudden movement of water creates tsunami-like effects without an earthquake. Marine life experiences extreme pressure changes. Entire ecosystems are shocked in moments. The atmosphere hits next. Without gravity, air began expanding upward. When gravity returns, the atmosphere slams back toward Earth. This creates violent winds across the planet. Some regions experience hurricane-level gusts. Others face sudden pressure shocks. Windows shatter. Weaker structures collapse. Power lines and communication towers fail. The sky itself becomes a weapon. The disaster doesn't stop on the ground. Planes flying at that moment lose stability. For 5 seconds, pilots experience weightlessness and loss of normal control. When gravity returns, aircraft can suddenly drop or tilt violently. Emergency landings are forced worldwide. Some flights may not recover in time. In space, satellites drift slightly from their positions. GPS systems experience errors. Global communication glitches appear almost instantly. Most people survive, but the world doesn't recover quickly. Millions are injured. Hospitals overflow. Emergency services are overwhelmed. Transportation systems are disrupted. Economic losses reach unimaginable levels. Cities near coastlines suffer flooding damage. Airports shut down. Power grids struggle to stabilize. The shock spreads faster than the damage itself. The psychological impact is permanent. Humanity realizes something terrifying. The laws of physics are not guarantees. They can fail, even briefly. Trust in safety systems is shaken. Governments demand answers. Scientists rush to understand what happened. The world feels fragile in a way it never did before. 5 seconds was enough to change history. Infrastructure repairs take months. Economic recovery takes years. Some regions never fully return to normal. All from a force disappearing for less time than a deep breath. Gravity doesn't need minutes to destroy a planet. Seconds are enough. 5 seconds without gravity caused global injuries, floods, atmospheric chaos, and long-term damage. And this wasn't a meteor. This wasn't an explosion. It was simply gravity turning off. Now imagine what would happen if gravity disappeared for 1 full minute.